toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Boston College Eagles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Pittsburgh's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Caught close to the marker. It's Avery. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Hit right back to the line.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Wolf. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. He'll send out the kicker here. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Myers. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Golden Eagles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Guys, let's talk about Boston College for a minute. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
This Boston College offense has it working. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open.
He's got it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Golden Eagles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Here's a heat. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Boston College.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Turner. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Pitt pushing the pace. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Fires to the big fella. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm a little surprised by the coverage on that play. It's third and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the first down. You've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He lets one fly deep. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The give to the left side. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Got the quick pass. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires it incomplete.
My old coach always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. He got flushed outside the pocket. Listen, it's okay. You can throw an incompletion. Don't create a turnover. Don't try to force it. At least the quarterback took care of the football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Boston College.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how...
Turning it on! And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We've reached the break. Boston College has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Eagles. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big... Time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Bowling Green has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up 14 over Toledo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Pitt right back to the line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend, and this guy's...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes the grab. It's Wolf. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Panthers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Avery. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for every... on the field.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Boston College will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Avery. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. Never a doubt. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Tosses to the quarterback. Nobody falling for the tomfoolery, the chicanery, and it'll be fourth down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Just keep slinging it. Grab behind the line. It's Turner. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back.
Breaks into the open. Great move. Now he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. He splits the uprights. That slices the lead to 2.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got his man across the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He lofts one down the sideline. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Second down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you have to wonder if going in at halftime in the locker room just slowed down the momentum a little bit for this offense. They had it going so well in the first half. They were up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, scoring points. But here we go. First drive of the second half, and they run into a wall, getting sacked on the third play of the drive. They're going to have to pick it up here in the second half.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Gets the back moving. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Behind his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys,
turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Pitt pushing the pace.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Wolf. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Brings up third down.
On third down, he drops to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolutely perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Turns it on at midfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And the Golden Eagles want to move quickly. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Looking to pick up the first. Boston College comes to the line on 4th down. Fires to the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. 1st and goal now. Let's see what Boston College calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. The snap sets up to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be dragged down. His drive will open from the 15. Looking for space. It's Turner. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Halfway there on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
3rd down coming up.
Catch in the middle. It's Wolf. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Panthers headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Works the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
That's a Panther 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Avery. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Second down.
He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
First down.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to fire on second down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Panthers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One final play before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. Hard running there. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. On the ground, it's Meyer. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Boston College right back to the line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This Boston College offense has it working.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Boston College wants to play fast. The play action fake. He's got the tight end. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the 1st down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to surge it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
36, hit, 22.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now on 1st down from the 30. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. 1st down and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wolf. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Panthers are in the hurry up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
To the air on second down. Throwing right. He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Boston College.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for 6. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You want to talk about building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.